Hi dear students, good morning. Welcome back to my another English video class. Today I am going to discuss the second chapter of your class 10th English textbook Footprints Without Feet, and that is The Thief's Story, which has been written by Ruskin Bond. Ruskin Bond is an Indian author of British descent. The Indian Council for Child Education has recognized his role in the growth of children's literature in India. He was awarded the Sahitya Academy Award in 1992 for his novel Our Trees Still Grow in Dehra. Now let's go through the introduction part of this story. When we go through this story, we find that here this story is all about a 15-year-old thief who changes his name every month to stay ahead of the police and old employers. This time he kept his name Hari Singh. The other person in the story is a 25-year-old writer named Anil. The thief meets Anil and asks him if he can work for him. The story unfolds on how the thief betrays Anil by committing a theft but withdraws later on. Now let's have a look of some keywords of this story. The first word that we have flattery, which means excessive and insincere praise. Then grunting. Grunting means making a low short snarting sound, that is called grunting. Appealing. If something is appealing means that is attractive or interesting. The next word is fits and starts, which means not working on something consistently, or you can say any of the activity which generally keeps on starting and stopping at intervals. Then queer we have, that means strange and odd. Tuck means push and turn or fold. Then we have side, which means emitting a long deep audible breath just to express a sense of relief, tiredness or sadness. Then we have dashed, which means quickly ran towards something. Kisi ki or teji se bhaga, that is what? Dashed. And finally we have drizzle, which means light rain falling in very fine drops. That is what? Drizzle. So these all have been some of the selected keywords. Now let's move on to the summary of this. In this story, we find that Anil was a young struggling writer who was living his life very carelessly. He was writing for magazines and earning the money to run his life. One day when Anil was watching the wrestling match, he came across a person named Hari. Hari best knew how to make an unknown person a friend, so he used an old formula to flatter the person. So he flattered Anil, and in this way he has been able to win Anil's confidence and came to his house as a servant. Hari Singh did odd jobs for Anil. In the morning he made tea and then brought day's supplies from the market. Often he made a profit of ₹1 a day out of these purchases. Here Anil had no regular income. He used to earn something by writing articles and stories for magazines. But one day Anil came home with a bundle of notes. He told Hari that he had earned 600 rupees by selling one of his books. Hari's mouth watered at the sight of money and he decided to steal that money. When Anil kept the notes under his mattress and went to sleep, then after he slept, Hari went into the room silently and took the notes. Then Hari decided to move towards the railway station to catch the train to Lucknow, but unfortunately he missed the train and walked back in the markets. Soon it started raining and Hari was drenched completely. And at the same moment, Hari remembered Anil. He imagined how sad Anil would be on finding the money stolen. He thought how Anil would think, how he would react when he would come to know that his money has been stolen by Hari. He also remembered that Anil used to teach him. He thought that without education he would remain a thief, but education might make him to achieve whatever he wants. So thinking all this, he reached home and put the money back under the mattress. Next morning, Hari woke up a bit late and Anil has already made his tea. Anil gave a 50 rupee note to Hari Singh, saying that he had earned it for some work, and asked him that from now onwards he would be paid regularly. Hari took the note in his hand and realized that the note was still wet from the rain of the last night. Hari realized that Anil had come to know about his misdeed, but there was no sadness, anger, or guilt in his mind. Anil smiled in a beautiful way, and it was a genuine happiness on his face as he knew that he had saved him from the wrong road, from the misdeed, from the wrong path. So, students, what do you observe in this chapter? What this chapter is talking about? The moral of the story is that human values and good relations are very important in life, as such values can change a person too, as you have seen in this chapter. So that's it for now. Thank you so much. Take care and good day.